Hi everyone, today I'm doing my 10 stocks for July. As always, these are kind of just 10 stocks I think are quite good buying opportunities, or at some point will be very good buying opportunities during the month. And it's where I recommend 10 stocks and just talk a little bit about them, what I think is going to happen, where I think they're going to go. But obviously if they're on this list, then normally they're pretty good stocks that I would recommend. And probably after this video guys, probably on Sunday, I'm going to be uploading my 4 biggest investments as I normally do towards July. Video's a little bit later than normal, which I'm sorry about, just being way too busy with work just to get it done. But I got it done now and hopefully you enjoy some of these stocks that I recommend. So starting off with, number 1, Microsoft. Microsoft is obviously one of my stocks that I hold. I still think there's quite a bit of room for Microsoft to be growing this year. Earnings were pretty good. Dividends, really good dividend, and Microsoft in general, even though I'm up quite a bit on this stock so far this year, I don't see myself selling this stock until probably December, which I do have a rough idea which stock I'm going to be replacing with, but I'm not going to talk about that just right now. It's another stock that I'm just watching very closely, but I am a big fan of Microsoft, so I don't see that going anytime soon. BA, I'll talk about this a little bit more, but it's had a bit of a rough month, and if I was sitting out from BA and not being invested in the BA, I would definitely be investing now, because it's sitting at about $3.30 a share. The price target on this stock is about 400-ish. The numbers that BA are pulling out are great. The earnings per share growth is great, the revenue is great. The backlog of orders now for BA is coming to something like 2021, 2022, so it's pretty much guaranteed safe stock for the next 3 years. So it's definitely a stock that I'm holding to about 380-ish. A good stock I recommend. It's just being burnt because of all the China trade wars that have been going on. PayPal absolutely got murdered like 2 days ago. It dropped down to $80 per share for the first time for a long time. So a really good opportunity to be buying in that stock. One that I hold myself, got a really good growth. Interested to see where it goes, and probably another stock that I'm holding to about probably December time-ish. Great company. I don't know why I've got Microsoft on there twice. That's a bit of a mistake. That stock is supposed to be Monster. So Monster's supposed to be number 4 stock. Monster Beverage is a company that's had 2 bad earnings calls, and the stock has suffered from that. But overall, it's a really good company. It's still growing a lot. It's still growing around 10%, which is really good. I just felt it was massively undervalued, so I purchased Monster Beverages when it was quite low down. I'm holding that to around the 60-ish, somewhere in the 60s, mid 60-ish dollars per share. Not my biggest position at all. It's my smallest position in my portfolio. But yeah, a good company, really good company. I would invest in it if I wasn't right now. Still a lot of room to grow. Number 5, this stock I really wanted to buy. You know that probably if you watch a lot of my videos that I'm a big fan of Adobe stock. It was down big time. It went back down to 240, and I said when the stock goes to 240 that I would invest in it again. Now the problem is that I really wanted to get an Adobe, but there's nothing. I had no money available to purchase Adobe stock. I didn't want to sell Microsoft. I didn't want to sell BA because I was down on that stock. I never sell stocks when I'm down that much. Only maybe an odd occasion if I need be for some other reason. PayPal, I still think I had a bit of room to go, especially when it dropped down to $8 per share, and I think that can go for like 85. Monster was the one that I would more than likely sell to get Adobe back. But probably Monster is my smallest position, and I wouldn't want Adobe to be my smallest position. So I'm a little bit gutted about that one, because I said I would get in at 240 again. But I just couldn't because I had no money available, and none of the stocks were in a good position. I mean, if PayPal was in a good position, I could sell PayPal. Boeing, all 3 of these stocks I would have sold to get Adobe, but none of these 3 were at the right price at the time that I could sell them at, which was very frustrating, but a missed opportunity. If you do have money available, then I would recommend that as a buy and hold that to about 270. In my opinion, 275, 280. Wynn Resorts is absolutely getting murdered. I would not invest in this stock right now, but there's a good opportunity to buy into that stock at some point. It's a bit of a falling knife at the moment, but a really good chance to buy into that stock and make money. Down to 164, I think, at the moment. When eventually that stock recovers or it gets bought out, there's a good chance to be buying in that stock, and it's definitely one that I'm watching very close. Visa, long term, I do have a plan for Visa, but I'm not going to talk about that today. Great company. There's always going to be card payments. At the moment, you know, the cash is kind of coming. No one's using cash anymore. Everyone's using cards. So a great safe company to be invested in, and I've got a plan for that stock probably next year, which I obviously won't reveal right now. FedEx on a right dip at the moment. Really good chance to be buying FedEx. Safe company. These two very safe companies. Always going to be parcels needed. It's either FedEx or UPS. In my opinion, FedEx is the better company than UPS. But two very safe companies. I would definitely potentially have these two as a long-term hold in my portfolio for the year. But obviously that's someone else's opinion. If you want to invest in them right now, but definitely two stocks I'm watching very close next year. Google, another stock I really wanted to get into right now, and like I say, behind this one, if another stock was available to sell and another one to hold, I would like to hold Google for a while. Just really impressed with the numbers, the advert growth, the YouTube growth. I'd prefer to get in Google over Amazon right now, in my opinion. Even though Amazon's absolutely killing it with the earnings reports, it's just Google, something about it, about the lower PE that really gets me into Google. So another stock that I'm watching very close, something that I might be talking about something for next year, come the later months towards October and November. So keep an eye out for that one. Might be featured on this channel a little bit more. And a semiconductor play, which I don't really normally put in these sort of videos, Lam Research. I feel it's a little bit undervalued right now. So if you like semiconductors, have a look at it. Definitely one that's better than AMD in my opinion right now. So might be one considered to be getting into at some point. But got good growth as Lam. So guys, this is 10 stocks for July that I would recommend. Like I say, I'll be doing the 4 stocks I own video probably on Sunday, so give a like, keep an eye out for that video, and I'll try to upload that Sunday at a good time for you. I'll see you in a bit, guys.